Madame G was busy dusting the back room. As she polished the frame bearing a photo of her star pupil, she became aware of an uncanny silence. Peering over her spectacles at the gilded cage in the corner of the room, she saw that it was empty. The door had been prized open by what appeared to have been something like a smooth, slender dagger. 2 feathers lay at her feet. One was Romeo, certainly, but curiously the other seemed to belong to another bird. As the old piano teacher stooped to pick them up, she noticed something on her fingers, and on closer inspection she saw that they were stained with blood. Romeo! Oh, Romeo, where? She searched the empty sky. As if in response, a gentle breeze blew in, releasing a lock of hair from her otherwise perfect chignon. For once, she let it be. Meanwhile, next door, Bobby's mom was in her kitchen kneading pastry dough, while listening to one of her son's concerts on the radio. It was being transmitted live, so she decided to go and tell Madame G about it. Mom sat up at the kitchen table. Those in the upper circle scrambled for the opera glasses, whilst radio technicians muttered, "Et
how much extra overtime do we get for this?
The presenter was doing her best to fill in. Bobby's lips are moving. I can see his ear hovering over the piano. For fear of sounding ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that, oh la la, Bobby is waiting for a signal. Mom grinned and rolled out the dough. A puff of flour landed on her arm, and as she brushed it off, the movement made the flesh at the top of her arm wobble like jelly. Remembering how this had amused Bobby as a child, she began to laugh and laugh until the sound of it stretched out of the garden through the bamboo fence and beyond. And the auditorium dome is twinkling. Ah, at last, Bobby turns around now. His eyes are shining, and he wears a beautiful smile. Bobby then took a deep breath and quoted a line from William Blake.
No bird soars too high if it soars with its own wings.
No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings.